Well, hang on. Why is it not? Can you hear me? I'm so glad you said that. Goodness, I got in a hurry. That better? Okay, good. Good evening, Raphael. I am endeavoring to get myself pulled up over here. If you two will just show me, and then we'll get started. So Brayla wants the first reading. I'm going to have to just go on out of here, I reckon, and come back and reboot it. There I am. Okay, now. Because I can't read the comments on my phone. So good evening, Raphael and Tony. Good evening to you and Helga. So Brayla gets the free reading for tonight. Let me be sure I spell your name right. All right, guys. An idiot, Marat. An idiot would be the answer to that, like you. I'm getting less tolerant with these trolls, y'all. Forgive me. I know that's not very enlightened of me, but I'm just like, really? You have nothing better to do in life than come on here and say ugly things to people. What is wrong with people? Sorry. Helga, you just missed it. You just missed you. However, if you're subscribed and you've got your notification bell turned on there, you'll get notified when I come on. And I try to come on here 2 or 3 times a week to do these readings. But the free reading slot usually is spoken for in about the first 60 seconds. So you have to get here as soon as you get the notification. So Alicia, rewind 30 seconds. Free reading is spoken for already. Now you guys, I do offer mini chats. So, mini reads. Let me get... This is so weird. My device is acting a little strange tonight. You know, YouTube's always updating everything, so... One second, I promise you guys, it's just a technical thing. Bear with me. Okay, there it goes. And then if I can pin this for you, then everybody has that info. Okay, there we go. Now we're good to go. Now we are good to go. Yes, Mr. Palad. Yes, I have big ears. So what? Geez, Giselle, how are you? How are you? It's so good to see you. Thank you, Derek. I like it too. It's a pretty heavy piece too. Hey, Jay, I get you 2 nights in a row? My goodness. Lovely to see you. Jay, I'm good. I was debating long and hard about could I do this 2 nights in a row. So, I don't know, y'all. Hopefully this won't be a 4-hour one. I don't think I have that in me tonight, but... Oh, you're so funny. Well, you know, who was it? Was it... I don't remember now, Chill or Gary or somebody used to say I have pixie ears. I like that better. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. And I know I don't wear my hair like this very often because it accentuates my big ears, and I just don't care tonight. So there. Hey, Mish, you're here too. Awesome to see you guys. I said this before my mic got turned on. I want to be sure and wish everybody a very happy Mother's Day for those mothers out there. I had a lovely day with mine today because they are mothers and they have mothers, and it just gets kind of busy. So today was wonderful. We had a fabulous lunch together and I'm blessed. So there. Thank you, Brayla. I appreciate that. Now I'm asking what deck for you so we can get started on your reading. So go ahead and ask your question, Brayla. And then we'll get this party going. I did not realize, wait, yes I did. Somebody else told me that. That Mexican Mother's Day is celebrated a day early. I think that's, yeah. There's a story that went with that, which I won't share, but elaborating. Okay, any specific question about that, Brayla? Can you get a little bit more specific? What deck? This one or this one for Brayla? Okay. Oh, well, happy birthday to your friend, Jay. Jacob, happy birthday. I can tell that ring is going to get in the way. Sonia, you just missed it, hon. Sonia and Roma. That free reading goes in about the first 60 seconds, and it's already been spoken for. In fact, I'm starting that reading right now, but I so appreciate y'all being here. Thank you. All right, so we are asking for Brayla. Brayla wants a love reading. Now, Brayla, because you didn't start with anything specific, I'm going to ask that Tarot give me, well, it normally does anyway. It gives me the backstory, so this may take a while since you didn't specify here. Let's get on with it. All right, please and thank you. Show me what's going on in Brayla's love life. Thank you. All right, well, goodness. Now, this could be present, but as I said, usually my tarot deck tells me the backstory, Brayla. And by the way, anybody who wants to purchase a reading, the mini read information is pinned at the top of the chat or in the description box. You do have to be here in the chat to get your reading. So just thought I'd mention that while I thought of it. Oh, I'm just now seeing your other comment, Brayla. Sorry. Hi, Priya. Thank you, Sonia. I appreciate that. Yes, please check back again. Okay, let's see, Brea. I just saw your comment. How we're unequally yoked because I'm a star sign and he's a good bad one. Yeah, well, I don't need cards to tell you why that happens because you still got some unhealed wound. I have walked this one myself and I know the answer. Because you're still healing. You may be a starseed, but you still are in an earthly plane, in an earthly body, and you still have healing to do. And you don't just heal for you, you heal for the planet. So, that person is there to show you where you need to heal. And the lower the vibration, sometimes the more we're attracted to them, because that means the better, the deeper the healing. I'm sorry, trying to get rid of a noise over there. So, oh gosh, that's awful, DC. I'm sorry to hear that. What I have out here initially, Brayla, is a tower. Now, hang on a second, guys. I've been talking all day, so I will be drinking water. The tower's in reverse. So it's interesting you said what you did. The tower in reverse is still a tower, but it, to me, implies more of an internal tower. A tower is when, I often refer to it as a hand grenade being thrown into your life. turns everything upside down. But it only does that because there were things that weren't built on a solid foundation, or things that weren't working that needed to change. And when we resist that change, that's when the Spirit comes in and says, okay, we're tearing this down because this person's not willing to make the changes. And then they'll have to rebuild it. But when you rebuild it, it's built on a solid foundation. So that's the overall meaning of the Tower card. Then we have a Page of Wands in reverse. This is saying you're probably not in communication with somebody. Not always with that card, but it does mean you or them. I'm sorry, you or them. So there's probably a lack of communication, or sketchy at best. This can be anything from procrastination to, I'm not sure I want to explore this anymore. That's usually, I'm just tuning into the energy. That's usually what it means. Like, maybe I explored it and it was exciting to me once, and now it's not so much. But at the same time, you're still holding on to it, or they're holding on to you, or both. This feels like both, to be honest with you. You're still holding on to each other. Yeah. Another meaning that could have something to do, this Tower could have had something to do with money, because this is called the Miser card. And that could be the case because we got the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. And the Star in reverse. Oh, yeah, so you've had some real hope dashing in this situation. But before I get any further, let me see. Let me get some more cards here. Jay, did you get to take a walk today? Do something fun? Or at least peaceful? Yeah, one or both of you are saying, I can't do this anymore. This is so heavy, this burden. This is also, it can be like physically, emotionally, exhausted on all levels. Exhaustion. I can't carry these heavy burdens anymore. The burden meaning this relationship and all the things. All the things. Yeah, there's been conflict here. Now this is mental. The Five of Swords means mind games, I'll be honest with you. That means mind games. And there were secrets here that have come to light. And somebody here, though, maybe both of you, feel like this relationship was a missed opportunity. And then somebody else feels like, yeah, but it made me happy. But it made me happy. So Brayla, please comment if this is on track for your story. That's how I know I'm plugging into your energy here. Assuming that's the past, where's the present? Please, Spirit, show me the present now for Brayla. Show me the present for Brayla, please. Hey, Spiritual Awakening, how are you tonight? Thank you for being here. Kim, I've already mentioned, and you probably missed it, the free reading tonight spot is gone. Jay has no tolerance for those people tonight. I like it, Jay. I'm kind of down with that too. It's getting thin. Now, this is interesting. So there's still a very strong attraction between you two. Yeah. A very strong attraction because I've got the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Wands here. And at the same time, somebody's walking away. maybe what you're feeling is, I have to walk away. This is like, you know, devil energy can be very seductive and very alluring. Now, I don't have that card here, but I'm just saying. And I don't have, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait to speak on that. Let me see what else comes out here. Let's see. Because the Queen of Wands, she is a lot of good things, but sometimes she's also my third party queen, but I don't see those cards yet, so let me get more cards for you. Hello, Tanya. Oh my gosh, from Jalisco, Mexico. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Hey, Marlo and Shambu. Welcome in. Oh, is that it? A 10-second timeout? Okay. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. That's cool. I didn't see, you just taught me something, Jay. I didn't know that. Okay, cool. Thank you for that. All right, please show me more about the present for Brayla. And Brayla, I need you to sound off here in the chat, unless I've missed it. Because if you're not here in the chat, I don't do your reading, and I need to know you're here for me. Well, come on. Come on, cards. Show me the present. Hey, Annette. Welcome in. Guys, if you would be so kind to reach up there and hit that like button, I would be so grateful. It would be most appreciated. All right, one more. Okay, Brayla, thank you. Is that resonating as your story so far, Brayla? I need to know that. Does this deck not have anything else to say to me? Elena, I'm going to butcher your name, and I don't want to do that. Elena? That's a pretty spelling. I'm just not sure I'm pronouncing it correctly. God bless you, too. Hey, Amy, good evening. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Saturday evening. And early Mother's Day to those of you who are mothers. Okay. I said one more and I didn't do that, did I? Okay. Yeah, I could feel this energy. You know, this Eight of Cups earlier showed itself in the upright, and now it's in the reverse. Yeah, somebody wants to come back here. Somebody does not want to walk away from this. Or they're at least having a hard time walking away from this ending. They want things to turn around. I don't know if it's you or them. See all these cards now reversing, and now the star's in the upright, which means they're holding out hope, but so far not coming together yet. Still out in the cold, yep. Okay. Okay, Brayla, I'm going to ask one more time. Is this story resonating? Because I need to know that, or I won't go forward with the reading. I need to know, because sometimes I pick up on people, but different timelines. And there's no point in me pursuing this. I'm wasting my time and your time if I'm not picking up on your story. That's why I'm asking the question. So please let me know. Oh, Jay, I'm so happy to hear that. Oh, she did. Thank you. I didn't see it. Thank you, Jay. I'm so glad to hear that, Jay. I was kind of worried about you, honestly. I was kind of worried about you the last couple of days. Now, I was hard on you, but you know I did that from love. Thank you, Brayla. Thank you so much, sweetie. Forgive me, it's hard to keep up with the chat and trying to focus on your reading too. Okay, so it is resonating. Good deal. Well, I think, now this could be reversed, but I'm feeling like, so I don't know, and by the way, there's no gender in tarot. So if I say he or she, it's just who, because that's what's on the card. This is a she. This is a queen of wands. And I think she has decided to look forward and maybe just focus on her money. Now, that's one interpretation. The other one is she's saying, I know what happened back here. I know what happened back here. But I also know not only am I an entrepreneur, I'm very confident and I know my worth. But what I want is this Ten of Pentacles. This Ten of Pentacles could be talking about career, but it can often be a family, settling down, the whole, you know, picket fence and all that. And you want, I'm saying you, again, I'm not sure which is which here in this. I want a relationship that gives equally, equal give and take. And so if this is not happening and that's not going to happen in this relationship, then I'm going to look out at distant shores. I'm going to look out. I'm going to maybe make a different choice and go in a new direction. So I don't know if that's you or your person is thinking that, but somebody here wants to come back. This is the card of wanting to come back. So let me keep get a few more cards for you. Hey, Crypto, how you doing? And let's see, Amy, Happy Mother's Day, Amy. And Anshita, the free reading slot has already been, in fact, I'm doing it right now. Judicial free reading slot is spoken for. What else can you tell me about this situation for Brayla in the current present moment? Thank you, Jay. Thank you so much, Jay. I don't know what I'd do without you, bud, honestly. All right, come on, give me a little bit more here. Make me switch decks. All right, one more. Okay. Yeah, you're telling me things were not balanced. Things were out of balance. You felt perhaps that there was even injustice. Well, somebody felt that way. I'm kind of assuming this is you telling me your feelings. You will know where it fits. Yeah, I think one of you at least probably felt like this could have been a twin flame relationship, at the very least, maybe soulmates. That, you know, you were hoping or thinking it could go the distance. Until it didn't. And then somebody might have gotten a little needy, let's say that. Somebody could have been, or overly emotional even. And I don't know why it's not showing me that here. But then there was the breakup and things came to a screeching halt. Okay. So let's see. Is that better? How's that? Sorry, guys. Microphone better now? Can you hear me better? Thank you for letting me know. So what I think you really now want to get to, now that we know this is your story, is what might be coming up for you in the future with this person. That's what I think you probably really want me to get to, right? So bear in mind, Brayla, I pull potentials out of the field for you. Only a potential. You have the ability, because of law of attraction, to pull the potential you want into reality, regardless of what this tarot reading is telling you. Okay? Just know that you're a powerful creator. You just have to know that and tell the story you want in this relationship. What's happened is old news. Okay? Hey Dan, how are you tonight? Thank you for being here. Guys, please and thank you for hitting that like button. It helps my channel. It helps me feel like appreciated for being here. All right, what can you tell me about the potential future of this relationship? Please and thank you. 2 more. Okay, do you want me to use another deck? What are you doing here? Why? Okay, tell you what we'll do. I'm going to put these back. Maybe it wants to reuse some of these cards to answer us, and you can't do that if they're already out here on the table. So, we'll put them back. Okay, now. Thank you, West Coast. I'm from the South, can you tell? In case you were wondering, the true test of a Southerner is taking a 3-letter word and making, or maybe 4-letter word and making it have 3 syllables. For example, what the hell? All right, Brayla, what is the potential future outcome of this relationship? Okay, switching decks. Have nothing more to tell me. All right. No, all right. Okay. Thank you for whoever's hitting those hearts. That makes me... Ruth, I get you 3 days this week. How sweet. So good to see you. Amen, Jay. Amen. That, my favorite new quote. If you're not changing, you're choosing. So if you don't like where you are, choose something different. If you're not changing, you're choosing. You're choosing to stay where you are. All right, brother, what in the world? Why are these cards not wanting to talk? Show me potential future for Brayla, please. One more. Okay. Well, somebody's spying, looking in, checking, looking at past text messages, looking at pictures on the phone, feeling left out. Okay. Wanting, trying to move on to calmer waters. All right. What else? Maybe, now this can be a card of communication, but let me see what else comes out. Ah. Hoping things are going to turn around. The Wheel of Fortune. Hoping things are going to change in favor of the relationship. Oh, I think you might have mentioned that. I mean, well, was it last night? When was I here, y'all? The days. I love, 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 love that. I just absolutely. Well, see, I tell people this, like my students sometimes will ask you about things, and sometimes I know things I don't know I know. Like, that's a good example of it. I just say things because I'm kind of, I'm plugging into the energy, or I'm channeling the energy and the messages. I don't really understand what I'm saying will have some meaning to you later, like that. That's a perfect example of how that is. It's a beautiful thing. That's why I tell y'all, I'm just sitting here doing my thing, and I don't know. I hope some kind of magic's happening, coming out of my mouth somewhere. All right, guys, we cannot keep shuffling all night, y'all. Come on, give me the message. All right, one more, and then I'll try again. Thank you, Jay. I knew they were going to be bad tonight. I had a feeling. Jay, I had a feeling the trolls were going to be trolling bad tonight. Hey, y'all three. Good morning. How are you? Or afternoon, evening here. How are you? Ooh. Well, Brayla, this does not really look well good. Sorry to tell you. I think somebody here is looking possibly for commitment. Now, again, I don't know which one of you that applies to, but I can tell you, in addition to that, not just because it's another meaning, but I feel like you both, this could, or either, feels like your person, but I'm not saying it could be you too, have also been looking to the divine for guidance, for inspiration. I mean, sometimes this could mean literally getting advice. This card used to be called the Guru or the Pope. Trying to figure out, and I feel like you certainly have been reaching out to the beyond. Anyway, I don't want to draw on them. I'm seeing a whole picture there, but that's enough said about that. And do you remember that Ten of Wands we had in the beginning where it's just such a heavy burden, I don't know if I can hold it anymore. And this person's saying, I can't. I need to put this down. I cannot hold it anymore. It's too heavy. I got to let it go. Now, the burden, that doesn't necessarily mean the relationship, but this is future. Spirit is saying you need to find balance. This is the Temperance card. It means patience. It means the universe is trying to balance opposites. It's usually in the traditional Rider-Waite, an angel pouring from one cup into the other. It's trying to balance opposites. It literally is bigger than a relationship, just so you know, because you made that comment about being a starseed. So understand, back to my original comment to you, this was bigger than just you being in a relationship. It most of the time is for us who are starseeds or earth angels. You're helping something, a bigger cause, like balancing the energy on the planet. And it's interesting that this card came out in this deck, because this artwork, it's like balancing the sun and the moon, or a planet and the sun, or something like that. It's bigger than just a relationship, you know. Anyway, you get my drift. Hey, Nancy, how are you tonight? Good evening. But it feels like, I'm sorry to say, in the future, there's more heartache here for you in this relationship. because somebody is seeing the truth, and it's a cold truth, but the Queen of Swords is someone who, first of all, tolerates no BS. She cuts out what does not serve her. She's an excellent communicator, but like the King of Swords, she's more she's more head over heart. She's a very logical thinker. And she's all about the truth. And what I think she's saying is, the truth is this situation is not balanced. And these are the cards in the other deck that came out. Remember that Justice card? And now we're the same. No, this isn't. It was a different card. This one is. Eight of Pentacles in reverse is saying, no, it's just, I can't find balance here. There's no point in putting more work into this relationship. So one of you is thinking this way in the future. And it's causing me to have anxiety and sleepless nights and stress because there's no communication. And I just can't do that anymore. I have to walk away. I have to walk away. I've lost passion for it. I'm trying to be strong. And so what I need to do is I need to get a new perspective. I've been thinking about this. I need to get a new perspective. And this cycle needs to end. This cycle needs to end. Ooh, that's tough. Brayla, I am sorry to have to give you that one. Now, I need to tell you one more time. Nothing is written in stone here. Just because you get some person pulling some tarot cards for you does not make it true. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. It's one potential, only one out of, I don't know, hundreds, millions. So you have the power to change this if that's your desire. But right now, this is telling me on the current trajectory, this is the most likely potential. But again, does it mean it can't be changed? So that's what I have for you. And I'm hated to end on that note. Jeez. But I will remind you of that famous saying, sometimes rejection is protection. So I don't know which side of this equation you fall on, if you're the one ending it or the one, feeling that way or receiving that. Or could be mutual. Could be mutual. But sometimes that saying is, I was trying to remember it, rejection is protection. Yeah. Sometimes if you continued on that path, it will cause you to miss a better opportunity. So, Brayla, that's what I have for you, and I appreciate you being here, and I hope that you will create a better future for yourself, whether it's with this person or not. But anyway, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, Nancy. Happy Mother's Day early to you as well. I've had mine basically today with my family. And it was wonderful. So great to see everybody. I'm just so blessed. Everybody's doing well. And I was having that discussion with my son. He picked me up to go meet the rest of my family for lunch. And I said, I just feel really, really blessed that all my family's doing so well. And, it's just... all the other things in the world that can happen, when your family's doing well, it's hard not to count that among the biggest blessings, right? You're very welcome, brother. I hope that turns out better than those cards for you. I honestly do. Oh, goodness. That was a tough one. It's always tough, well, I won't call it bad news because it might, like I said, might be a blessing in disguise, but still it's kind of hard to deliver those readings. It is the greatest satisfaction. It's so true. It really is. If my family's okay, Boy, I'm happy. Okay. Guys, I'm not going to linger here tonight. If nobody wants to read, there we go. Now, Liz, right? Because you didn't come up, maybe you took yourself off the, wait, where is it? Yeah. Well, never mind. Oh, Mish, that's so sweet of you to ask. Excuse me. She is improving. Thank you for asking. I mean, they had to keep her a few extra days because she's got 2 different infections going on, if you can believe that. And I won't go into a whole lot of detail. Probable cancer, and she has dementia. It's just really not good, but we need to get her home. She's in another state. She went to visit her daughter, and she's in Texas, and we want to try to get her home so she's, here, but we can all, mostly my son and daughter, I can look after her, and so we just got to get her well and get her back home here. So she's doing better. I think they're going to bring her home Tuesday, it's looking like now, but thank you for asking. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's not fun. Not fun having anybody sick, is it? Okay, general reading about what's next in career, love. Ale 3. Is that, oh, that's sweet. Yeah, happy Mother's Day indeed. Okay, what deck? For me is Ale. This one, ooh, interesting. Okay. This is my special deck. It doesn't come out that often. All right, let's see what's coming. General read for Miss Ale. That was quick. What are you in hibernation about? What are you hiding? Not really hiding. That's the Hermit. And kind of tried to come out sideways, but it feels like it's in reverse. You're in isolation. What? Or pulling back, or like me, I just get in sensory overload. Anything, okay. Anything, all right. Well, thank you for being such a good supporter. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so I don't know if this is you or somebody else in your life, but I'm going to say it's you because that's what we asked about. Because this looks like not fun. This is not fun, what's coming out here for you. So tell me if this is not you, then we'll put I don't know what we'll do. Get a different deck, start over. This speaks of pulling back, isolating, going into your cave, looking for inspired downloads. Inspiration. Feeling left out in the cold and wanting to come back in, wanting to come in and sit by the fire where it's warm. I don't want to be out there in that cold. I feel left out. But I can't do this anymore. Feeling wounded, tired, and I'm at the point of giving up. I can't do this. Can't fight for this whatever anymore. What are you feeling this about? Goodness me. So you're making plans. Let me keep going here. Now, if this hasn't already happened, could be future. So just let me know in the comments. This is not where you are. Okay. What is going on here? Eesh. Well, somebody here. Hey, Tasha. Good evening. Happy Saturday. Somebody here was, yeah, you took a time out, but somebody refused to change their perspective, get a new perspective, or to surrender. Now, I don't know to what, but like in a love reading, this would say surrender to their feelings or to the relationship or, you know, the situation. So you have to apply this where it fits. And transformation needed to happen, and very possibly when this person wasn't want to change or didn't want to, whatever. Could have been an ending here. That's what it's looking like, because the Ace of Cups now is a missed opportunity in love. This looks like love or something that you loved. Because that, for example, that could be a job where you didn't specify. But I think I mean, again, it could be these cards that you didn't specify. I've got the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. This could be money for sure, could be a job, but can also sometimes be family and home life. Feeling some kind of remorse for something that has come in out of nowhere and turned things upside down. And so now I think you're taking a time out to try to heal from this. All right, you got a sound off for me. Look, is this making any sense? Is this story your story? I need to know. I need to know. All right, you're saying I'm wanting to work on this, or somebody is. Oh. All right. One way I can read this, somebody wants to work on something and somebody wants to walk away. And because I've got the Lovers here, this sure feels like this is a choice, but it's usually a choice in love. Now, love can be family members. It can be friends. But somebody here is not happy. Oh, yeah, there it is. Somebody here is not happy. And somebody's heart was broken. Now, it's in reverse, so it's saying it's already happened, that there's healing. They're trying to heal. This is looking more and more like a love relationship, love reading, but again, it could be family, friendship. Yeah, okay. I just heard a funny message, or somebody could be saying, I loved money more than I loved you, or you didn't have enough money to make from, I don't know. But this Ten of Pentacles flipped out again. Again, that can be your money going, you know, having a huge expense or something, or you didn't get the raise or the bonus, or, or as I said, a family home situation being turned upside down. Now I've got the King of Cups here. So there's some kind of love here, good feelings, a person that's willing to give their love. But that's still. Now you saw me shuffling. Let's go. Let's keep going here. Maybe love then. Is it making sense? Yeah, well, we didn't specify, but it kind of feels like love with these particular cards. Yeah, this could even be some kind of a legal situation. Justice in the upright. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, this is an ending. This is my card of ending. Sometimes the death is, most of the time the death card for me is, it is endings so that new beginnings can happen. But to me in a reading, this is the definitive ending, being stabbed in the back. This is my card of death by 1,000 cuts. Now, when it's in the reverse, it tells me somebody's either having a hard time getting over an ending, or not wanting that ending to be happening, resisting an ending. Maybe they're being forced to let go because they're standing their ground about something, or somebody needs to stand their ground, or somebody's defending their ground here. And that could have caused this to happen. And now I got a King and a Queen of Cups. So, divine pair. All right. Someone here could feel like this was karma. This is karma. But both this King and Queen are in the upright. So there is love here. There was love here. And I think you want to turn this around. You want to see it go in a better direction, but I don't think you're talking. Although you might be spying on each other or one, because there was deception here of some kind. Okay. Yeah. Golly. This is heavy. This is some heavy energy. 10 of Wands. I mean, that's saying heavy, heavy burden. It came out in the previous reading. That means exhaustion. I'm at the end of my rope. I mean, physically, mentally, emotionally. I just can't. Yeah, I need to put these wands down, this burden down. Now, the good news is you're at the end of this. Your endings all over the place. I got 3 cards of endings basically here, or putting things down that were a heavy burden. And all of those resets. So you're at the end of this. This resets to an ace. There's that good news. Hey, Will and Karen, good evening. And Payal, thank you. Oh my God, 34 subscribers, wow. Thank you so much. I appreciate your subscription. That's amazing, 34. However, that free reading was spoken for in the first minute that I got here tonight. However, don't dismay. I do come on here 2 or 3 times a week. So if you're subscribed and you've hit your notifications, you'll get notified next time I come on. You just have to get there early. Ooh, yeah, that's, ooh. So yes, free reading slots for tonight are gone. You're saying it could be family or lover, but I'm kind of in a peaceful place now. Well, I'm glad you said that, because this feels pretty horrendous, and I'd really like to get out of this. So probably just as usual, tarot being very thorough and giving me the backstory. I refuse, for your sake, for this to be future. I rebuke it. I send it back. Send it back. Who is it? What's his name? Mike's tarot. He does that. He takes a card that, you know, is a heavy card like that, and he says, out, out, out. He shakes it out. He's so fun. He's a dyed-in-the-wool hippie, I'm telling you. I didn't know that either, Jack. I mean, I can see how many people are in the chat, and I can see how many likes, but I can't see how many subscribe until it's over. It tells me when it's over, but I didn't. You think, okay, Jay, that's fine. I don't get the feeling this is going to be a long night anyway, because, you know, I don't know. People may be out of town for Mother's Day, whatever. I didn't ask the question yet, but I think it's just still telling that old story of whatever it was, there was no reconciliation, and you still don't have clarity about some things maybe. So let me ask, I was going to ask what might be coming to you in the future, but I think I want to change decks. What might be coming in the future for L3? It was heavy, but I'm kind of good. I'm so glad. Sheesh. Well, that's why I always ask people to respond and let me know, because I don't know where it is in the timeline. And I think I'm going to start asking my team to give me past, present, and future, and just see how that works for people. But we'll see. Hey, RC and Ensign Pools. Good evening, y'all. Okay. I would like to know what good stuff in the future is coming for L3. Woof, woof, woof. You saw that, right? Woof. Oh, yes, please. Yes, please. Different story. You are in a better place. That's the Sun card. Now, let's see what other story it wants to tell me here. Oh, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Three cards were in the other reading. Sorry, my nose itching. Or it popped out again. That's what I was laughing at. Tarot's so funny. The Hermit in reverse. The Judgment in reverse, which is said, I'm not going back to that. Or you could be saying, I needed to take a time out. That's okay. I'm healing now. I'm better now because I took a time out from all this. Yeah, and I decided I wasn't going back to that. Yeah, the Death card. I mean, literally, do you know what the odds are of that? There's 78 cards in a tarot deck. 2 different decks. 3 cards. Yeah, 3 cards. The same cards. Man, you can't make that up. Anyway, okay. Now I think you're saying, I am changed. I am transformed. I am putting that behind me. Put an end to that back there. And now, let's see. Okay, maybe it just wasn't the right time. You know, sometimes that saying might be the right thing, but the wrong time for something. You could be feeling that way about something in your past. But, this just feels like delay. Something's delayed right now. Or was. Because I feel like we're leading in, because I can see the cards that are coming up here. Yep, that's okay. You're still healing a bit. That's all right. You're still healing. Yeah, something is being delayed because you're still healing. All right. And in the future, you're going to be at a bit of a crossroads here. You may even be a bit overwhelmed, like stuck, like I can't decide what to do. I don't know what direction to go in, because you have a brand new passionate offer here of some kind coming with this Wheel of Fortune. Now, goodness, those are 2 very, very good cards. Bookending the Sun card. So you got some really good stuff coming, I am happy to say. I think it's just saying you got to get this energy out of your energy field. You know, it's still lingering, because that's why it comes up in the reading. If it's not in your energy field, I wouldn't be picking it up. And so that old story is still in your energy field, and that's why it's still showing up here. But the future looks very good for you. Look at this. Look at this. So this could be anything. I mean, passion, new beginning. Yes, it could be passion. It could be. But it can also be, because this is an action, some kind of an action, things in the 3D. You know, it's very, to me, like the Ace of Pentacles, except the Ace of Pentacles is definitely more earthly, where this can be passionate as well. But the Wheel of Fortune upright means all good things are now working in your favor, because we're all of us are on this wheel somewhere. Sometimes, and it's always turning. Sometimes we're at the bottom, sometimes we're at the top, and it's in the upright, so that means good fortune for you. Yes, I know, right? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Thank heavens. Woo. Oh, I love that for you. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse. What the Sam Hill? That's interesting, because I know these came out in that other day. Oh, okay, you got to change this. I'm getting this weird message for you. I'm trying to think how to put it into words. The Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. The Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, followed by now the Four of Wands in the upright. Ta-da! And then the Four of Pentacles in the upright. Ta-da! And so, it could just be saying, well, I'm getting a lot of messages and I'm trying to hone down and see which. You could feel like when this comes in, you could feel like, I think this is a cautionary tale, which was my last reading. Don't get so wrapped up in whatever this is. I mean, I don't know. This could be a new job. This could be a new romance. This could be anything that you feel. This could be a new hobby that you feel passionate about. And you go down that road, and then you start sacrificing other things in your life that may cause disharmony in your home life. And this can also mean your money not being good, but this card can talk about codependence. So, for example, if this is a passionate new beginning in a romance, this could be saying that gets you, and I've had this happen to me, that's why I had to sit with it and feel it, that suddenly you drop everything for that person, and then other things suffer, like your money suffers, and you suddenly become so enamored that with this new energy, other things are not getting done, or your energy, because everything is energy, is not flowing evenly into other things. And again, this could be codependence. And this could be a soulmate coming in for you. So Spirit is saying, save your money, watch your money. And be mindful that whatever this is, enjoy it, yes, but just be mindful it doesn't kind of take you under, so to speak. I just feel like that's a warning. Yep. Because it could feel like, yeah, this is somebody I could spend the rest of my life with, or something I could spend the rest of my life doing. Makes me happy in all the ways. But, and there is another chance that this could be, it's not the Ace of Cups. That's why I keep saying it's not necessarily a relationship. but it could be some passion. Like, what if this is a hobby, but it ends up being a very expensive hobby that you decide you want to make your passion, your livelihood. You want to be, like, I want to be an artist, okay? But guess what? It takes a long time, and very, very few artists make enough money to support themselves. And so it's just being mindful. Don't quit your day job, you know, if that's it. So anyway, all right. Kind of going on and on about that, but that just, I feel like I need to give you that last message there. All right, darling, I hope that helps. Yep. But I'm excited about that. That looks, and this one too, Wheel of Fortune in the upright. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, that's good. Yes, it is. Okay, L3, thank you so much. I appreciate your super chat. Thank you, thank you. Oh, yeah, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Much appreciated. Hey, Mandrell and Karen. How are you this evening? Linda, good evening. If I miss speaking to anybody else, a warm welcome. Okay. Jay, what's your question? Because I'm going to do your reading, and if there are no more requests, I'm going to get out of here. I'm learning to manage my energy. Okay, sweetie. You're welcome. You're very welcome. My pleasure. Always a pleasure. Year E God's 8 LLC. That's a whole lot of long handle. Maybe I'm not saying it correctly. You know what? I did a live last night for Scorpios, so I recommend you go look at that one. I did, in fact, the first hour of that well, of course I'm visiting, so it was, if I hadn't been on the live chat visiting with people, it wouldn't have been an hour-long reading. But anyway, I highly recommend you go and watch that. Since you're a fellow Scorpio. Did you see? Okay. Did some of it resonate with you? Because it doesn't for everybody, of course. It's not for everybody. It's not everybody's story. Okay. I knew that was trying hard. My hardest not to knock those cards over, and I did anyway. You know, Jay, you got to stop paying for those. I would have done that for you for nothing because you were such a sweet, devoted moderator, and I cannot do this without you. I mean, not every time. I don't expect you to be here every time. You know that, right? Oh, you were so generous. This is going to require glasses, though. I can't do this without glasses. Hang on. Well, he's a very honorable person, number one. He's very generous, number two. He's just an all-around nice person. And if he was older... Yeah, I read your question and I'm just tuning in, Jay. Hey, Miracle, let me welcome you and Mandrell. Well, let me speak about this in a couple of different ways, Jay. Jacob. It is my understanding that we have choices at points, at some points. Not this is not. Let me see. Not true with every person, but some of us have points in our life here where we can choose to stay or to go. Number one. Number two, I think you always had it, is my sense. But not unlike me, and I've told you most of my story, well, that's cool, Christopher. I hope you're doing good things with that power. Thank you, Mish. So, sometimes it's just not the right time. You have it, but it's not the right time. Sometimes it's for lots of reasons, and I don't, you know what I'm saying, I don't have to go into all that, but it could be Spirit sees what you're going through, and you're busy surviving life. You're busy surviving, period, up to a certain point. And they can see that, and they don't need, because sometimes that gift can be a burden, as you know. It's a two-edged sword. You know that by now. And so it really is, I think, sometimes Spirit protecting us. They want us to have it. They want that we have it. They want us to use it. But they're also trying to find a balance with us being at a point of maturity and survival and emotional and spiritual maturity to be able to use it correctly and to use it not only for our benefit but for the benefit of others, if that's your path. I hope that makes sense. You're saying, yeah, they discussed if I should start speaking to them yet. It was hard. Well, yes. I really, I didn't have that experience. Mine didn't come to much later, and I'm glad. Well, I'm not glad I didn't have the experience. I'm glad I wasn't asked. I'm glad I wasn't called at that early of age, because again, I was busy surviving and, you know, all that. So, and Jay, there's a third part to my answer. That spiritual maturity is very important, because it also helps you discern who over there is asking you. It's easy to assume that it's your team and benevolence. But sometimes that can be very well disguised. And even if they're benevolent, let's say, I've been asked by a group of aliens to channel. I've never shared that. So here it is on public YouTube. But on some level in my gut, for whatever reason, it didn't feel right to me. Now, they could have been very benevolent. I mean, I'm not saying they weren't. I'm saying it didn't feel right for me at that time. Who knows? Maybe in the future it would. but I just had a gut feeling it wasn't right for me at that time. And I think that's our our oversoul, our higher self, our guides, or whatever, protecting us, because we're not, the energy. This is a fourth point, and you hear me because you're here a lot. Well, I know, and that's a very healthy skepticism that you've got there. Yeah, who is who? Yes. Oh, hey, Barsha, how are you tonight? So good to see you in here again. Yeah, Bruno, don't we all, right? You're saying it's hard connecting to them. They tell you quickly if they feel, if you're ready. It's stranger than an older spirit. Well, okay, so that could be an indicator that it's not, well, I don't know if you mean stranger because you're not an older spirit, meaning you lived on this earth and you're not like chronologically older, if that's what you mean, or if you're talking about the spirit being an older spirit. I think you mean you. Am I getting that right? Oh, I see what you're saying. You're talking about my comment about me. Yeah. Hello, Ramon. I'm squinting. I really should wear my glasses. Yes, and I would concur with that just based on my brief experience with that, yes. But also back to one of the points, it's hard if you're not mature in that way because I'm trying my best not to say this, but I'm just going to say it because it's not that I am resisting saying it to you, it's everybody else that's listening here. Because I don't want to open up a can of worms, but I'm going to do it. There are demon spirits that can disguise themselves and talk through people, and so that, and they can be really alluring and convincing, and so it's hard to know that until you've had a little bit of practice with those kinds of things. I was blessed because I had a teacher who was holding my hand through all of that and literally giving me experiences. Well, this is what this feels like and that's what that feels like. Now, I'm thankfully didn't go to experiencing demons. I mean, I've sensed them. I didn't certainly channel any of them, but I could. And I know that I'm strong enough because of what, my learning and what I've done. Anyway, I'm getting off track. But so that's beautiful. That just you saying that speaks of how mature you already are for your age, Jay. It's pretty amazing. I've said that to you before. Yeah, it takes a lot of maturity, and I think you're an old soul. You're just coming into your own now, of course, here on this earth, and many of you, and I say you meaning your age group, are coming in much more spiritually mature than, say, my generation. I mean, you just are, and even my son's generation, because each generation comes in more mature and more evolved than the one before it. So it doesn't surprise me that you're having those experiences or that you're being asked or being called to walk that kind of path. And I know I'm kind of getting off the question a bit. Excuse me. Rebecca, that's a really good way to say that also. Rebecca says your frequency is higher than them is what you're trying to say. That is probably the essence of it. Yes, yes. I was actually going to go back and try to find your question again. I felt like there was one point that I didn't answer yet or address. Oh, I know what I was going to say, Jay. I was going to talk to you about the timing of things and the fact that you've heard me say here, because you're here a lot. Now, I am older, and so it takes more for anybody my age to do things than a younger person, given, all right? But when you're tapping into a lot of people's energy, that's a whole other level of balancing your energy. You're tapping into things on the other side and channeling and bringing in those messages. That's another whole level. So all these layers can really drain your energy, and you have to know how to balance all that. So that might be a lesson that they're teaching you also. And it also might be one of the reasons they wanted you to wait, because that's just something, it's extremely important. And like my teacher has said, and I know you didn't ask specifically about channeling, but it's an example of what you're talking about. It's not that hard to channel anymore. The veil is thinner. It's not that hard to channel. However, the danger is in most people, I don't know if that's accurate, most people, a lot of people who would want to go there and channel, they can do it for a while, but if they don't have a really solid internal foundation and a good connection with higher power and what they believe in and their belief system, they do not have a good internal foundation, and they can lose themselves. They literally can lose themselves to the thing they're channeling, and they lose their identity. And so it's very, very important for you. And Spirit will give you all kinds of lessons along the way, and they know when you're ready to then do it safely. And that's the bottom line here is what I'm trying to say. To do it safely so that you can do it without causing detriment to yourself or, your spiritual path. So let me see what you've said over here. Oh, God, Mish. God, that is so sweet of you to say that. Oh, jeez. And Jay, I'm not sure if you were talking to me and saying that to me or somebody in the chat about multitasking, but I'm going to say thank you. And oh, God, Miss, you're so sweet. Thank you, darling. Thank you so much. I'm going to buy you pom-poms. I do love that. You don't know what a relief. You don't know what a relief it is. I swear, I say this, but I hope I can remember to say it every single time. I can't do what I do without you guys over there being great moderators. I could do it for about maybe 30 minutes, but and that's mostly because these conversations can go deep, and I love that. I'm a double Scorpio. Bring it on, But I do need to just kind of let go of that and focus on what the question is, so I can, because sometimes I'm kind of channeling too, and I want to be able to bring that through clear. Anyway, I'm just saying thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So let me see what Jay's comment was there. You have relearned understanding. It isn't always what I first think it is, the perceived answer. Well, amen, that's life. That's life. That's right. Life is like peeling that proverbial onion. Okay, fist bump on using the emojis. I have only seen them once or twice. Thank you for using those. I'm going to see if I can't get some more when I have a second. I mean, thank you, Mish. I'm telling you, it's all about that. It's so funny. It's an interesting correlation. I grant it might be a bit of a stretch, but I go, get my nails done, and this nail salon I go to, they have, let me back, they have a contest in our area about the best business, like the best restaurant, the best doctor's office, the best vet, the best nail salon, all that, and they have won like repeated awards for that. And I think it's because when you walk in the door, like every nail tech in there looks up and greets you, and if they know your name, they call you by name. Hey, Darlene, how are you today? They're just, and they kind of know your story, and they know they just, it feels like family there. And so I'm feeling that way about you guys is my point, and it makes a difference for people. It's a huge difference if people kind of get to know each other and we share stories, and it becomes like a family. You guys are actually very much part of my family vibe right now. So yes, welcoming people makes a big difference. Oh, I like that statement. Your heart opens your connection to a lot. Yes, it does. And sometimes I'll say sometimes that's a double-edged sword, isn't it, Jay? And you know that. You know that. You've experienced that. Jay was saying, I'm wondering who that was. Are you speaking to me, or did I miss a comment? You were talking to somebody else? You might have to retype that for me. And Gary's here tonight. Speaking of good company. So Jay, did I miss addressing one of your questions? Please type it again for me, if you would. Oh, gotcha. Thank you. Well, was that good energy or not good energy? Let's see. Oh, I see it now. Thank you. Mandrill, I feel a lot of people's energy. I'll be honest. That's why I'm... Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Yes. Yes. Naughty boys. Okay, boys will be boys. Thank you, Mish. I appreciate that. Jay, did I address your comments? Did I miss addressing something? Please let me know. And happy... Did you feel that too, Mish? Did you feel that? It wasn't that naughty, but yeah. Sometimes they just like to... That's cool, Mandrill. Fist bump, man. Fist bump. I get it. Jay, I'm waiting for your answer, darling. Okay, that's cool, Mish. That's cool. You're saying I did answer it all, even the question I wondered about if I was close to leaving this place that day. I felt I chose to be here, and well, yep, here you are. That's right. Living the dream, right? Living the truth they told me. Well, there you go. Well, I, for one, am very, very happy you stuck around. And, You do have some things to do in this lifetime, my friend. So keep it positive. Keep believing in yourself. And I'm not just meaning, these aren't empty words, Jay. You know me well enough by now. You got some stuff to do. And frankly, I think you're being protected, that you're not, you just need to take it slow because it can be overwhelming. So when you're hearing those voices and communicating with those spirits, it's easy, as I said, to get involved. But be gentle with it and take it slow and build your strength as you go. That's my recommendation. So, anyway, okay. Yep. And I think then, Jay, if that was it for you, I don't think I have anything else. Any other requests? But welcome in, everybody. You are very welcome. You're very welcome. My pleasure. And it's funny, when I came out here on YouTube, I never thought I would be doing that, like advising other people but that's okay. And I'm glad all of my experiences can help other people. Hey, 11 Industrial Complex. Oh, good evening. How are you? Everybody's coming in late here tonight, right? And Divine Desiree, good evening. Jesus Christ of Nazareth, good evening. Yep, that's right, Mish. Last call. Last call for a mini read. Last call. And depending on how tomorrow goes, I may come on tomorrow. Because I like to do a reading, just, even if I'm on there 15 minutes, it sort of gives us a general energies for the week upcoming. But I am going to start trying to do some more recorded readings. I've really let that go since I've been doing the lives. I enjoy doing the lives, but I need to start putting some more energy there. And I've gotten a message recently that I need, you know what, well, I'm not going to go into that whole story. I need to start doing some more mediumship readings and posting them here because people don't really know I do that. And I need to do my part. You work a PM shift time tomorrow? I was thinking I might even go in the afternoon tomorrow just to mix it up a little bit so I get people from different time zones. So I don't know yet. I'm going to see how the day moves me tomorrow. They're just kind of going with the flow here, going with the flow. Peaceful vibes, that's a good handle, isn't it? Oh, good, Mish, thank you. I would really appreciate that if somebody can be here. Especially because if I go middle of the day, a lot of people from other countries tend to be here, and that gets a little hard to manage when they're speaking, other languages, and I can't talk to, what that is. Oh, awesome, awesome. Thank you for the super chat. Let me get my glasses on here. Hang on. Now you're going to have to speak English. You're going to have to speak English to me. Something I can relate to. I wish I could see y'all's pictures better. They're so fun to put a face with the message. They're just so teeny tiny. For those of you guys who don't see this in the replay, 11 Industrial Complex says, please give me a reading. Need to upgrade my Vril Hyperborean JO blood crystal. MK Ultra Directed Energy Processor. Thanks. Yeah, more English, more layperson English. Amen. I can just do a reading on you, but you know, you'll get your money's worth if you ask a question a human can understand. This human. Let's see, Jay, you say, I still don't know how to do custom super chat prices. Might be an iPhone thing. You mean how to purchase one? Well, they don't make it easy. It's a bar, and it's like a dot, and then you move it on the bar, and it changes the price. Is that what you mean? If you're talking about buying like a super chat and you want to do the custom, yeah, it's just a little bar that you move, but it's pretty hard to get the cents that accurate, so I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. You like computer stuff? Yeah, I figured you were a brainy person too, besides all the spiritual stuff you got. Well, that's right, Mandrel. Ain't it the truth? I mean, I'd like to reiterate what Mandrel just said here. No, it's not that I don't believe you. That's not true. That is not true. I felt your energy. I just don't want to. Some people will take any encouragement, and I'm not talking about you. You have to consider there are other people in the chat. There could be hundreds of thousands of people who replay this and watch it 2 years from now. And so I'm trying to be mindful of that in what I say, and I don't want to encourage people who don't need to be messing in things they don't need to be messing in. Do you read between the lines with that one, Mandrel? I take what I do here in my mission here as a great responsibility, and not just here in the chat. Oh, thank you, Haas. I appreciate that. Yeah, they're a little on the crooked side, but most of the time they work. I mean, I know the Spice Girls, but I can't say I knew them well enough to pick a favorite. Thank you, Dorotheus. I appreciate that. Thank you. There you go, Mish. That's right. PayPal makes it easier. Yeah, they were awesome. I just couldn't tell you I had a favorite. It only lets you do certain processes. Well, I don't know. Ask him how he did that, because I don't know then. And maybe that is an iPhone thing. You know, there are differences. Yeah. Thank you, Jay. That's another good way to put that. Everyone's life journey changes their understanding to what we say, so we must be careful. Yes. And also, sometimes I get a little internal message. Like if I'm responding for somebody, yeah, maybe I'm picking up on your energy, but I'm also maybe hearing a little message in my other ear. Maybe you should think about how you're going to respond to that. So there's a lot going on in here, people. There's a lot going on. Oh, goodness. Oh, wait, hey, Kelly. Hey, Kelly, when did you get here? Did I just not? You just got here, I guess. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. You're not being too mean about your management. Good. Isaac, I don't know who you think you're reporting. I have no clue. Hey, Kelly. Jay says, sometimes I give two responses to one. Mandrill, let me see. Well, bad karma, but I can't say specifically no. I can't say that I know specifically no. Feel free to enlighten me if you'd like to share, or if you feel it's appropriate here. Well, Kelly, you know, we talked about that. Just heal that inner whatever you got wound you're projecting, and it'll fix itself quickly. Or, well, I think quickly, but anyway. Now, back up here to Super Chat, Mr. Super Chat. Mr. 11, can you rephrase your question for us, or was that just a thank you? Or was that a test? I get tested a lot. Was that a test to see if I understood your language? I am not one of you if that's the case. I get tested a lot. Why do people do that? Celine, yes, what's your friend's name, Celine? I'd be happy to shout out. And I'm sorry to hear she's in the hospital. I have a family member in the hospital as well. Not fun. Wendy, hey Wendy. Very happy Saturday, and I hope you feel better very, very soon. Get well and come home soon. Many blessings. All right, gang. I still don't, does anybody have a clue? Did I miss a comment from 11? Somebody help me figure this one out. There it is. Okay. Ah. Well, you know, now you're going to have to make me ask what your intention is with it, because I can't do that if you're... Yeah, okay. I got it. You're asking me how to make it more powerful. Well, I got to know what your intention is, and don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. You know, if you lie to me, is that why you that's why you asked that question? Okay, so if that's the truth, I'll see what I can find out. If that's not the truth, I feel sorry for you. Which one? I feel I've had so many tonight. Mic drop moment. Oh, well, it's true. It's not me. It's my team. You best not mess with my team. Don't come, you just don't, you don't, you don't know who's defending people till you piss them off or till you do wrong by them. And like you were saying, I'm not saying I'm a chosen one. I'm saying, generally speaking, it's why you should never do wrong to others you do not know. Why do people get obsessed with my age? I'm 74. Big whoop. Big whoop. Thank you, Jay. The problem is I don't know that I know that it's not a good idea for me to answer that. Here. Do you want me to give that information to the world? Think about that. What's my goal in life? To be happy, to bring love and light to everyone around, to empower others. You're saying yes. You wonder yes to which? I think I asked 2 questions there. Yes, you want me to tell that here? Well, I don't know, Net. I think I don't. There are things that you can invoke. You can invoke into objects. That's why some things can have bad energy and some things can have good energy. And it depends on what you invoke. Then there are also things that you can bless. You can have things blessed by certain people of authority. I think that really is about as much detail as I'm going to give you tonight, because this is not the place I want to share that kind of information. If there was a way I could refund your money at this moment, I would, because I'm just not, unless you want to contact me through email and we can talk further, but I don't think that's a good idea. I'm just not going to give that power to the world, because there are people who would use it negatively. And if you really are saying you're from the light, then you know what I'm saying. So is there some other kind of reading I can do for you? I was a professional artist, to answer your question, and a mother. And meditation classes. That's right. I kind of have a lot of hats, don't I? I know, Mish, me too. Well, Mandrel, you didn't get it right. We're not wishing you, I certainly am not wishing you any ill. I don't know if you meant we were sending you negative energy. That's certainly not the case. That's not what we do here. Well, 11, I'm just, I'm just not going to. there's just too many people, too many lower vibrational people here that would take that kind of information and use it for evil. So, if there's some other kind of reading I can do for you, I'm happy to do that. More than happy to do that, but I'm not going to do that one. Well, Ambrose, if you come back another day, if you are subscribed and you've hit your notification bell, I come on here regularly, well, often. And I do give away a free reading to start, but you have to get here very early, like in the first 60 seconds to get those. But I hope you'll come back. Yes, that's true. Thank you, Mish, because they're very protective of me. God bless them. They're very protective of me, and I appreciate them being that way. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate you having my back on that. Okay, I think we're going to call this a wrap, guys. Thank you, Ambrose. I hope you'll come back again. All right. Going to call it a wrap, guys. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Yeah, it is, Mish. I know. Time to call it done. Oh, Terry, your day will come. Okay, guys. Wishing everybody many, many blessings and a happy Mother's Day for those of you that are mothers. I wish you all a very wonderful day with your families. And I'll see you guys again soon. Good night, everybody. Thank you. Good night, mods. Love y'all.